Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Got a beer here that I am going to do. I've done it on the channel once before when I first bought it. So I was like, the carbonation was just horrible. It was basically completely dead. It didn't work at all. New Trail Brewing Company, I don't know what happened, but it was thin, it was lifeless. It had some good aromas to it and stuff, but it was like a nice imperial stout or an imperial porter, because it was a little bit on it's very thin, you know what I mean? It was like that kind of medium side of the medium side of a medium mouth, but way too thin. But it reminded me of a beer that you poured and went to bed and woke up, the next day at some point in time and went, oh crap, I left this beer out. But you really liked the beer, so you drank it anyway, and it was still good. It was just in that kind of, you left the beer out literally for 20 hours and then drank it. That's what it reminded me of. Everything was just stale, everything was dead, everything was this, but it wasn't horrible, okay? So I gave it a good amount of time, let it age. Maybe the carbonation, maybe if they were kind of like recarbing in the bottles, any kind of thing like that, it might give it a little bit more life. So I'm gonna give that a go real quick. Just throw that up there. I think there was a little bit of a hiss. I don't think it was much of a hiss, but I think there was a little bit. I'll take a little bit over nothing because there was nothing before. It looks pretty dead. Looks pretty dead. Looks pretty dead. Still dead. Not even a single bubble of carbonation coming out of that. So there you go. Still dead. Cause of death. Should play some obituary. But here we go. There it is. There's a little bit of something rising. Don't know if you can tell that. If I really look at the side of the glass, it looks like there's, or at least there was, some kind of small bubbles on the side of the glass, but it really doesn't look like there's any carbonation. Let's get an aroma on this one. This is the single barrel version. I forgot. I have 4 different versions. This is the single barrel. Still smells nice. I mean, you got like the almond husk, you have caramel, nice charriness, a little dark chocolate, a little bit of muted roasted coffee, charred coffee, roasty toasty notes. Not really any vanilla, unfortunately. Some vanilla would be nice, but definitely a lot of walnut husk, caramel, baker's chocolate, dark chocolate. Roasty toasty is for sure. So let's get a taste. Cheers. Yeah, as soon as you start drinking, like, oh, there it is. It's just that dead, lifeless beer. It's just that thin, oily. It is oily, and the oily, it's weird. The oiliness saves the day. Or it would have been utterly water, that kind of thing. But the oiliness keeps it in that kind of medium side of a medium mouthfeel, makes it linger, it lets that kind of hint of that kind of peppery caramel bourbon kind of linger on the palate too. A little bit of that baker's chocolate linger a little bit more before the char takes over, that roasty toasty char, earthy copper coin tones. It's not a bad drinking beer. It just, for the price that I paid per bottle, and I bought a whole case, obviously, and some other things. All their carbs are pretty bad. I mean, they really, this isn't the end of the world. I hope other people are more honest with them and not just sucking their dick all the time and telling them facts so they can get better. Because hopefully next year, their carb is better, their body is better, and their carb is better. You know what I mean? And those things help people. It helps people grow and get better at what they do. And they make fantastic beer. So I know they can do better. I know they can because I've drank some of their beer and it's fucking fantastic. So the Imperial Stouts, the dark beers, need to get kicked to that next level. So, and this is just the same thing. My mustache here is really long. I've been using my lips on any women, so I don't need to cut my mustache hair. So, fuck it. A little glimpse into my celibate life. But look at my face. Can't you already tell? There you go. I figure I live like a isolated, alone, friendless hermit. So why not look like an isolated, alone, friendless hermit? You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck it, let's go. Plus, we had the beard back in the day. Can you see the gray in this bitch? The gray was not there in the bitch before, but the bitch is full here, and it's basically almost... It's not like raw J gray, but there's a shit ton of gray in this bitch. And it's only going to get more. It's only going to get better. Again, it's one of those... I'm less mad than I was... I'm less mad than I was then. Because it's that initial... What the fuck did I pay for this shit? God damn it, I could go and buy this or buy this or buy this or buy this or buy this that is better quality, better body, a little bit of carbonation, blah 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 blah. And that's a heavy hit to have, you know, right in the face with a hammer that you have to kind of get over. I'm over it now. I'm still disappointed in the beer, but it's still nice. It's still a solid category. I'd still give it that 7.5. This is one of the better ones I've had. I would give other ones less. This one I would still get in that kind of 7.58 range because it's a single barrel. The barrel's kind of shining for what it is, and the beer is nice. It's a nice fail, if you know what I mean. Like, yeah, you kind of fucked up, but you know what? Not that bad. It's one of those home brews, like for instance. You've got, because 5 gallons homebrew gives you 2 cases. If every beer was like this in the case, yeah, it was a fuck up, but I'll drink them, I'll enjoy them. You know what I mean? It's that kind of level. So still not good. I got some movies here because I was gonna do kind of like a ManiacsMeat beer review at the same kind of time thing. This isn't live, obviously, because I'm at the house and I don't think I can stream live anymore. Just got the Dawn of the Dead going. A couple movies that might be coming onto the podcast here in a little bit. These are all sealed. I haven't watched them yet. Hellmaster from the 90s with John Saxon. Yes. John Saxon. So there we go. David Emmer. I can never say his name right. Emming. David Emming is in this too, and he is in Dawn of the Dead, which is kind of funny that I'm playing the Dawn of the Dead soundtrack right now, and I didn't even know that, so that's fucking awesome. I like seeing guys in other fucking films, you know, especially because Flyboy is fucking awesome, so that's great. Hellmaster looks awesome. This, super excited about, Jeffrey Combs in The Evil Clergyman, which is another Lovecraft short story. That is a film adaptation with Barbara Crampton. Well, you know Barbara Crampton, Reanimator, From Beyond, etc. David Gale and David Warner. And David Warner was I do believe that David Warner was also in Necronomicon, Book of the Dead, in the Cool Air episode, which was in which was the Cool Air H.P. Lovecraft short. And he was also, I believe, was in My Best Friend's a Vampire, which is one of the best 80s movies ever. So that's just me. Okay, so that's really, and then we have a 3-pack here from Gorthica, I think her name is Gortica. It is this particular individual. This is all from SRS. Vinyl's almost over. And these are complete chaos, disgusting goodness. Let's see. Rick Billock from Flesh Eater and Night of the Living Dead, which is awesome. Chase Nicholas, played by Rick Bilbach, which Rick Bilbach doesn't exactly ring the biggest name in my head, and I'm a big Night of the Living Dead, Flesh Eater fan and stuff like that, but hey, it just gives me some more stuff to look into and more stuff to geek out about, you know what I mean? This is, okay, so we'll go one, I think this starts first and then it goes that way and it goes, I'm not really sure in what succession it goes into. 2016, 16, they all have a copyright of 16. I'm just going to go for it, okay? So this is Gore Horror. If that cover doesn't pull you in, I don't know. You're obviously not a disgusting, low-budget, cheesy, gore-loving horror fan, if you know what I mean. Like, Gore Horror title alone, artwork, I'm done. So that, there we go. And I won't read it here. We'll do this on the podcast. And again, this is Gorotica. I think, sorry, I can't, I'm sorry, I'm just dumb. I just got home from work. Gorotica, and I was burning garbage, so I'm probably high on fumes. So, Gorotica, again, so if you look at that, it has that kind of necromantic feel. Really cool. And there's another, Lovecraft didn't put sex in his films, basically. Or he's not his films, his stories. But there was another one. It's supposed to be Lovecraftian, basically, with this girl lives behind the cemetery and keeps on making love with her dead husband and keeps bringing other lovers back. It was pretty good. Can't remember the name, but I will find it out. And last but not least, Gorgasm, which also is a great fucking death metal band, too. If you haven't checked out Gorgasm, please do that. So there we go. And yes, again, this is the one with Chase Nicholas, a.k.a. Rick Bilbach from Flesh Eater and Night of the Living Dead, is a detective working for his first big murder case that leads into him a depraved world of sex and death. Well, I'm there, you know. Okay. And apparently Gabriella from Easy Riders and Max Magazine. So there we go. Easy Riders gave you a little bit of fucking white trash tit. And Max, really, I don't remember giving you much. No, that's Maxim. Max, I don't know what Max is, but I'm more in that XL Girls XL Girls, voluptuous. You know what I'm talking about? Scat lover. I mean, what? Wiffle ball fucker. Anyway, piss drinkers. Anyway, so there you go. So this is a 3-pack. I don't know if we're gonna do them all. We might do them all. We might do these all. Sex and violence. I think that would be a good. I mean, honestly, we're gonna do the sex and violence episode. We're gonna put 3 of these together, and then we could do Necromantic 1 and 2 after that for another episode. I think that. I was gonna say these are trashy Tuesdays. They're I already know they're trashy as fuck, but at the same time, they might be. I don't know. Let me know what you think if you watch this. Should they be standalones or should they be all 3 at the same fucking time? Because I don't know. I have this feeling that if we do all 3 at the same time, either they're all going to blend together, so we're going to say the same thing 3 times in a row, or the other way, if we do them separate on Trashy Tuesdays, we'll get more Trashy Tuesdays, obviously, and we love the Trashy Tuesdays. But then we might just still, again, say the same thing 3 times in a row. I don't know. But the vinyl is over because, there you go. I'll just start again. I have my gym jams on, so I'm okay. Oh, look at my Halloween t-shirt. Oh, my Halloween t-shirt. Oh, there we go. So to get back to, so those are the films. I wanted to talk about the films a little bit. This is an off-the-cuff kind of beer review update kind of deal. Cleaning the house, retrofitting the house, cleaning. If you notice, I'm sitting here again. This was stacked up, not with garbage, obviously, but with camping stuff, with filming things, with painting stuff, because I like my hobbies, and I had too much hobby shit. So now it's all organized, it's separated. Put the old saw on the wall that I painted. You can see it's pine forest, or birch forest that I painted on this long saw. Cover up that fucking doo-doo that's right there, so that's good. Yeah, there's some more stuff. This was actually rattlers for deer hunting that I'm gonna change into part of a skull for a Wendigo later. That's all. This is camera equipment right here. This is painting stuff right there. So there, and this is the hawk, but you can't see the hawk because I'm not gonna let you do it. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to this. Again, it's one of the reasons why I should have dedicated channels to just certain things so I could have more subscribers. And I don't care about monetization. I just care about YouTube streaming. Because it would be nice just to stream right on YouTube. Because Mobcam, it worked for a while. And StreamYard never works for me. But it used to work pretty goddamn good when I used to stream live on YouTube. Just hit boom, start to record live, boom bam. Never had a problem. And I've done 1 or 2 live streams and joined them from my house still, so I don't know. I'll have to talk to my provider. And I don't want to talk to my provider. I don't want to talk to any human on the face of the earth if I can't help it, if I can help it. So, I don't know. Me bitching about better service is just something I usually don't do. I just usually, whatever, I usually do that. So, But I'd like to stream again because streaming from the house is good. And we do ManiacsMeat. We're going to do ManiacsMeat again because I already revitalized the basement. We're going to do a bigger revivification on the basement. So clean it more, fog everything, no mold, nothing, because it's a basement, it's damp, and really clean it up nice. So we're going to do more ManiacsMeat from there too. So again, I'd like to do ManiacsMeat live. I really like doing ManiacsMeat live because of the comments, But if I can, I have to do it. I'll have to pre-record it. And I don't know. Something about ManiacsMeat live, even though we don't get a lot of comments sometimes, I just like the live feel. I think even Josh agrees and stuff. We just have a better vibe when it's live. It's the same vibe, but I don't know. I don't know. He always says he kind of does that a little bit, that whatever that gesture means, a little bit more when it's live. He's just more involved, I guess, more crazy, more spontaneous. Those things. Again, it's not a bad beer. It's just, you gotta get used to it, you gotta get used to the fact it's dead. It's dead. You go to that old Pet Cemetery up there, up the road, and you have to do that, and you have to bury it for a while and bring it back, and then it's not exactly the way you left it, but hey, you can drink it. You know what I mean. Fred Gwynn. There you go. The road. Pet Cemetery. Alright. It's where the dead speak. Not out loud. The Maka speak. I think the saving grace for this, honestly, is the barrel aging, because that bourbon still carries through enough to give it kind of like a sizzle, like a hot sizzle, a bright note, if you will, on the palate. Instead of just, if that wasn't there, this would be brutal to get through. It really would. But that nice sizzle, that nice little heat, that nice little fresh barrel kind of character still coming through is the only thing that is the saving grace of this beer. It gives it that 7.5. It gives it that 8, that category. If it wasn't there, this would be a chore. And I do have a wiggle. I do have a side-by-side coming up. I might do it tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Sunday. Yes, I might do it tomorrow. It's a side-by-side. I might do it live, though. Again, it's one of those things. I like the live feel. God, it's not my nose. It's beer all over my face. I like the live feel. So I'm going to upload this tonight. And might bring this with me. The beers with me. And I'm going to do a live beer comparison video at my parents' in the morning when I get the girls, because I do a beer review, then I sleep and I get up and blah, blah, blah. It's a long endeavor, and I hate sleeping anywhere else but my house, but we do it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the beer. It's going to be speak English. It's going to be New Trail, what we're doing now. It's going to be their Imperial Stout vanilla version. That one is in a can, Imperial Moonlit Vanilla, versus Imperial Moonlit Vanilla in a bottle, barrel aged. So there we go. It's gonna be so there you go. And I think, did I have a can version of it? I really disliked both versions a lot. So it's basically gonna be comparing two turds in a toilet. From my memory, anyway, it's like I didn't like either one of them. They were just fucking jokes, and we're gonna compare them. So that's fun. And again, I haven't had them in a while. I've had that one, let that one do its thing, because that was low in carbonation too. So you just stay there, be good. And the other bottle I have in a special place, aging, to get a nice of carbonation. That'd be nice. And I have, do I have 2 bottles? I think I have 2 bottles of that, because the first bottle was so bad, it took me ages to go back and try another bottle to see if the carb came up, and it didn't. So I took another age, and we're going to open this next one and see how it did. So there we go. And we're going to drink the same beer at the same time and see which one I like better, the canned version, the canned Moonlight, or the barrel aged can, the bottled Moonlight. So it's I'm not having the highest hopes on either beer, but hopefully it will be something that you're entertained to watch. So there you go. Anyway, got 5 new films in the mail. I got a beer here that I'm enjoying. I actually am enjoying, so that's nice. Here's the problem: is I was supposed to enjoy it while I was watching this, and now it's kind of done. So, should I do that? That might be a bad idea, maybe. I'm an asshole anyway, and I make bad decisions. So I'm probably going to do a review of the coffee Imperial Stout, Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout, which I did, again, not hate. That's good. Of this next. And then enjoy this one. I don't know. When you get Jeffrey Combs and Lovecraft together, let me tell you what. It's like taking your extremely Christian grandmother to a sex club, getting her high as fuck, and just letting things happen to her, and watching it and laughing and filming it and posting it on her actual Facebook so other people can see it. It's a travesty. I've never seen a single Lovecraft adaptation that Lovecraft would have ever approved of. Do you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying there? No. The closest would be Resurrected, with Chris Sarandon from 1994 or 3, something like that. And we did it on They Must Be Destroyed on Sight, a movie podcast. TMBODS on Podbean, on Lee Russell's channel on YouTube. So, but this is definitely going to be one that I'm going to watch. We're going to do it on ManiacsMeat, and hopefully we're going to do another Lovecraft goodness on They Must Be Destroyed on the Side, the movie podcast as well, and we can go over The Evil Clergyman, which I didn't actually know existed, because we didn't do Lurking Fear yet, and I have that as well. So we can do Lurking Fear, and we can do The Evil Clergyman. So, Vistas Are Awakening. That's good. And I wanted kind of a ramble cast on this one. I wanted something that kind of trailed out, was a little bit longer. I could shoot the shit a little bit, talk about the movies, talk about the beer. And I think that I have achieved that. We're about 25 minutes right now, and I think we've achieved victory on that one. So I'm going to let you go right now. This has been Paul from PABrewNews. Thank you for joining me for another video. Thank you for all my subscribers, commenters, the whole deal, blah, blah, blah. All the fucking great new beer channels that are coming out. Bullman's Beer Reviews, The window beer reviews with Thomas are really great stuff. Always Terry's quick beer reviews, always the good stuff. So please do check out lots of other people. Most of the guys that I support do comment in my videos and stuff. Go check them out. Blah, 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 blah. Can you see how fucking tired I am? This is stupid. See that? I'm old. I get it. See that? But I don't think I get my allergies are fucked up. I don't get enough sleep. It's a goddamn nightmare. You know? But whatever. This has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers. Watch that finger.